Hi guys, it's me Karen and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Today we're going to do part 3 of the page you're looking at. It is in Draw Me in Your Mind book. Here's the cover. And we've been working on the Wizard of Oz page. We're going to do the poppies. And of course we're going to do Toto. And we'll have to do the little bird. And we'll do something in the background. I'm not quite sure what yet. But I've got the colors out for the leaves. The poppies are going to be done in the same red that is in the picture. Some of the pictures of Wizard of Oz has darker red poppies than bright orange red poppies. So instead of worrying about kind of a color that would match in some things, I'm just going to do it the same color tones that I had. The leaves are going to be kind of a muted leaf. They're in the background. They don't need to stand out too much. So I have 3 colors down for the leaves. We have earth green, chromium green opaque, and ivory. To make them nice and soft, we'll use the ivory also in the red. The reds are the red violet and Alizarian crimson, 226. They'll be listed in the colors down below. The centers are going to be kind of a yellow color, so whatever yellow I have out here seems to be the only one I have, is the light yellow ochre. I might have a green yellow out here somewhere too. So we're just going to work on a little bit of the leaves, show you what to do, get the poppies going, and then do Toto. And our bird is probably going to be a little blue bird to match the blue that's up here. I'll get you down and we'll get to go. Okay, so we'll put a little bit of the earth green on these leaves. We'll do all these little section here. We'll pull in the green chromium green opaque. We're going to give that just a bit of a sharpen. Won't be able to go up that line there. Pull some of that in there. Pull out some veins there. They are an odd pairing here. About that leaf. We're just gonna darken it on this side. I'm gonna bring in the ivory. Just again draw in some lines if you didn't get them on that side. There we go. So they're just going to be kind of a light background color. Now back in here, I think I'm going to run ink in there because that's going to be hard to color. It's just a dark deep color of something. I guess it could be a green, but it could also be a brown. Poppies are going to be done with these 3 colors along with a little bit of that. So we'll do a couple of these. I haven't done poppies in forever. I don't even know if I've done a poppy. So you can add some red in there. Okay, we'll bring in the darker color. Sharpen that a little bit. Lightly go over that. You really have to decide how intricate you want to make these. You have quite a few flowers to go through. And this would be the time to figure out how much you are to work on each and every single little petal. Okay. Now that could be plain, simple, and done. Put a little yellow in the inside. Okay. Or you could go back over it lightly with the first color. And then bring in white. They're kind of papery, so something like that. That's how I think I will do them all. Okay, so flowers, that might make him a little deeper. This did have a lot of gray under it along with his nose, and the flowers do not. I'll just deepen it up a little bit. Okay, so boom, all the flowers. Just think of them all done. We're going to work on little Toto up here. Why don't we do the bird real fast, because it's just a couple of colors. So we will take both our little blues that we did the bow in here. We'll do a little birdie here. Little cheek. So that's a light cobalt blue, and this is the light phthalo blue, which needs a point. Need to get in there just a little bit darker there. And there. Then do his wing. We're going to add some fluff to it, along with his tail. Back to the light blue, turquoise, cobalt. I remember the name. Light cobalt turquoise. Okay, we're going to take the white in. Yes, I'm going to sharpen it a little bit. Go around this little spot here, blend it out. Little spot on the top of the head. And right here in the center of the wing. Going down to the tip of the tail. We're going to take a darker blue, real sharp point. This is indigo, I believe. And we're just going to accentuate the little feather bit here on both his wing and his tail. Tiny bit around the eye. Do his little feet. And right here he has a beak. We're going to do it in blue. Because why not? There we go. He cute brings all the blue kind of in a parallel line. We should bring some of it down here, but we don't have anything else blue. Puppy dog. Paints gray, black, black. Where are you? And a light gray. Toto is a Cairn Terrier, fluffy, scruffy, kind of, I would say, more scruffy than fluffy. He doesn't have a big long tail, but since we are a stuffed animal, I don't think it really matters. So we'll kind of do them in just the coloration. I think I need a dark brown too. We have a walnut brown. Okay. Move all these other pencils out of the way. We're going to go in with a base coat of the cold gray, which is in our little guy down here, our Tin Man. So we'll give the puppy some shadowing. We're going to have stitch lines here and here. His nose is in any weird spot. Those will be stitch lines, and then I think the stitch lines would be on the bottom because the side and the top ears are attached. Tail would be sewn into the seam. So that's practically the only stitch marks I can remember in stuffed animals. To make their faces round, you have a V here that goes around. Everything else is going to be hidden. Okay. This is very light, but it's giving me my base work where I need it. Those eyes are going to be moved down further so we can color over those. Okay. Go in with a little Payne's gray. We're going to outline the little ears. Tail. Okay, now I have to decide if I want him fuzzy or not. I mean, fluffy like a dog or smooth. All depends on how we're going to be coloring him. Well, he's going to be fluffy. Okay, we're going to lighten up those ears a bit and put in some gray. Wonder if I should use warm gray though. Warm gray would add a touch of that brown I want in there. That's cold gray. We need a warm gray and a darker tone. Here we go. So just going to go in with the warm gray. We'll fix those ears up a little bit. Okay. That was 1B. This one is 2. Okay, the ears. Okay, fluffy puppy. We're going to add just a tiny bit of white in that area. There's a reason there's going to be the eyes in that area there, and I want it a little lighter. A little bit of white in the ears. Little touch on the tail and the paws. Okay, his nose. I think I want that squared off just a little bit. All right, pen. Remember, he is a stitched puppy, so we're going to put some stitch lines in. And let's see. Thinking where else we could put some. I don't know. I'm going to have to let that dry. I don't know why his tail wouldn't go up, but there's not much I can do about that. Okay. Let's see. He'll get dots in his eyes too. Throw a little tiny bit of brown in him. All right, I'm going to get off camera and finish up the pansies and the leaves, and then we'll do the inking. Okay, it's bothering me that the little doggy's ears aren't up and his tail is too big. So what I'm going to attempt to do is take the eraser in here and lighten this up a little bit that I colored nice and dark. And this one here. Okay. I'm going to give him some little eyebrows if I can, but I mean, that'll come later, but that'll look something like that. And we're going to just put those ears up, like Toto's ears go. I'm not the best at drawing, but The ears are supposed to go upward. So we're going to put a little ear up here. And we'll put one up in this area here. Okay. So up ears. That needs to be a little in his hair more. That one's kind of hiding on the other side of his face. I don't have a great angle of what his little ear look like on that side, but we're going to heighten this one so that one looks like it's behind him a little bit more. And they're pretty fuzzy on the inside, so even adding light color in there is not going to help much. But we're going to put a little white in there. Okay, bring some white fluff down this way. And then we got his ears semi sort of going upward. Have some of that hair falling down that way. Okay. Okay. A little cuter. Now, how I'm going to get his tail to do this, I don't know, but his tail is going to go up a little bit more. Into a little point. And we're going to take a little of this and lighten that a little bit. And maybe add in a little bit of that to go in there also. Okay. Now he's looking a little bit more of what I like. I mean, it may not be what that they put down, but I just Toto was one of my favorite characters in this movie. Always wanted a little scruffy dog. We had poodles when I was growing up. They were really soft puppies, but they were little scruffy pups. I think I have that eye in the wrong spot too, so I'm gonna scratch it out. Put an eyebrow like about there instead. Notice nothing else got done on the page, right? And then we will find the... Okay, there's a bunch of eraser bits here. Put his eye down there closer. That just looks better. Okay, over here we're going to have to try to either erase that out or cover it up. So I'll lighten them as much as I can with the eraser. And then when I ink it, I'll ink something on top of that because I want him to look like a cute little puppy. I'm not going to put stitch lines on him because I didn't like them. A little highlight in here too. Okay, I'm happier with that. So now I'll get back to doing the rest of these. Okay guys, you may notice a little difference in the picture. In order to cover up the little puppy's tail over here, I decided, after talking with my daughter, that I would take a piece of paper here, it's tracing paper, and I traced over these three leaves, that one, the top flower, and this flower. With the pencil lines on there, I just turned it over, put it right there, traced over it, and then we had a very light gray coloration of those flowers there. And then I just moved it down and kind of did my best to get that flower to look the same. So I brought over the poppies to the other side. They may not look exactly the same, but I haven't really finished messing with them yet. Wasn't keen on doing that, but I tried some other ways to cover up that other tail, and I couldn't come up with them. I also stuck a little tongue out of the puppy. Most of the pictures I see on the internet, Toto's got his little tongue out or he's got his mouth open, so that's what we did there. So I'm just going to ink a background here, and I thought I would just do it in a light blue color. Get a sky up there. This is tumbled glass, and boom, we have a little ink pad here. Just make sure it's not too inky. And we're just going to go up here and bring some of this blue down. Try not to mess up our corners up here too much. All the way down to where any of those areas are white. I want to make some places a little darker and some places lighter. have a little spot down in here. A little spot next to her cheek. Just gonna throw a little in her dress. And I missed those little spots over there, so I'll show you how I did the darkness back here. Just get a little more color in there. Maybe I'll add a little faded jeans in it. Just to darken up here a little bit more. There we go. Now if I can remember which one's which, get the lids on the right ones. We'll take these off, and then I'll show you how I do that back light of the area I missed down by her neck. Boom. Okay, what I did was take a few of these darker greens, and we'll just pick whatever this is, 228, and we'll go in here. I'm assuming they're all going to be like the dark green leaves back there. Just fill it in. There's a little bit of pencil work there. It won't go over that, so we are going to have to try to erase it a little bit and see if we can't get some of the color going in there. I took a brown color, it's 27, to give it a little bit of a shadow. Let it dry for just a second, then we bring in another green, go right on top of it, and blend it. If you let that dry, it'll dry a little lighter and match the little areas that I did over here and on that side. And there we go. The only other thing I was going to do is add a little, we can probably do it with this pen. Make sure it's a brown, it's kind of a brown green, so we maybe won't use that one. We'll just add it in with these pencils. I wanted to make his rust look a little more rusty. So I'm just going to add some dots in here. I'd use a stamp, but it's in pretty tight spaces here. Use a couple of different colors of brown. This one doesn't show up terribly much. The little lines here in the wood handle. Erase that out of his hand. Then go in here and add a little bit of white specks that way too. And there we go. Oh, my husband said she doesn't look very happy. So I'm going to take a little tiny bit of the black pencil here. And we're just going to put a little crease there. And then go in with some cinnamon. Blur it out a little bit. And a little bit of, it's got to be out here somewhere, the light peach. And adding that, we get a little bit more of a smile and make her a little happier. And let's see, we have the little buff titanium here. Lighten that area. Need to add a little more. Oop, what do we got? Wrong color. Shadow here. And maybe I will just add a tiny bit of blue down there. We'll get a little bit of a darker blue here and just make sure that this bow does not look like it's part of this blue here. In fact, we'll deepen that blue by using little Payne's gray here. I think that's part of the bow. No, it's part of the sky. I'll darken it too. And then the blues. All right. Can add a little dark blue over here. Don't think I got any ink in that area. And we can darken this little area over here. There we go. What I'll do is take a picture and leave it at the end of the video. I'm going to put a few dots over here too. Match that side that kind of messed up. Make it look like we did it intentionally. Add some real bright ones. There we go. And that looks like it was done on purpose. Add a little in his nose. There we go. Just give it a little tiny rub. Soften it up a little bit. There we go. Okay. Like I said, I'll leave a picture without all the lights on at the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. And I will see you in the next one. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section down below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care. Bye now.